Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just here kind of just like talking about the new patch that just came out in Lost Ark. It was a bit of a wild ride actually getting to the new patch, but it was TLDR, amazing patch. They added some pretty good events, or at least systems in the game, I guess, are the Arcs Pass and the Express that basically help you gear up a character from T1 basically all the way to T3. And then for the next like 2-ish months, it's the Arcs Pass at least is gonna, and even the Express Pass is going to definitely help you get into a good spot, especially if you're a new player. I think this patch was less so for people who have been playing for a while, and I think it's more so for people who have been playing recently. You know, people who have maybe started a month ago or 2 months ago, kind of later in February. Basically, I think this patch is for those people, because anyone who was like 1400-ish basically didn't really get anything aside from South Vern and I guess the Chaos line. I'm not sure what else they really got. We didn't get Chaos Gates or the Field Boss, as well as the Chaos Dungeons or anything else. We didn't get Relic Gear. I'm assuming they wanted to avoid any kind of market manipulation. If you guys don't know what like Relic Gear is, basically it's the next tier of gear, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not following Korea or their schedule, like, you know, accurately. I'm kind of like semi-casual, hardcore-ish, you know, whatever you want to call it. I'm only 1370. I just hit it like an hour ago, and I just wanted to record this just to kind of talk about my thoughts about the patch. Not really not like a review or anything, more so just about how I feel, you know, kind of just like a chill talk session. Not going to be too long, just really about Lancemaster and then about the passes that they added, as well as South Vern in general. So starting off, I did South Vern with my new Lancemaster, which I'll get into, and South Vern was good. Some cool cutscenes, I guess. There's some cool interactions. I skipped most of it, to be honest. I have this plan to go back to the memory chamber and just watch everything. I'm not sure how it works exactly. I'm hoping that it isn't complicated and it kind of shows me pretty much everything I need to know. But that's my plan on encompass the story, as well as just watching Saint One's or Saint Tone's videos. Pretty much just gonna watch his videos. I think he's doing like a lore series of what I heard. I heard it was really good, whatever this lore video he released is. I'm not really a lore Andy, at least not as much. I have anime for that, so I've been pretty G key bound for the most part, or F key for me, I guess. But yeah, like I have not really been watching a lot of the story, so I mean, I'm assuming everyone's saying it's amazing, so you know, if you like story, bam. With South Vern, they also released the Chaos line, which I don't know if it's a weekly or specifically a one-time thing, but if you're 1370, you do get a lot of mats from that as well. You basically just like do some kind of dungeon. I haven't done it yet, and then you get a lot of mats from what I can tell. I'm not sure if it's weekly, daily, whatever. One time, I haven't even like looked at it. I tried to do it when I was 1369 because I needed a couple more leap stones, which was my bottleneck here. Getting to 1370, I had a couple of mats, like a couple of months worth of mats saved up. I think it was like a month, basically, maybe a month and a half of mats that I just kind of had, probably a little bit less. Whenever I got myself to 1340, I just stopped gearing entirely and just started saving up a lot of stuff. I wasn't playing every single day, but I did, you know, I missed like probably a week's worth of Soulfist Chaos Dungeons, and my Berserker, which was my original character at 1340, I barely, you know, I would do Chaos Dungeons and Guardian Dungeons every time it hit the cap of like rest bonus, but I would like barely keep up with it. I was really only keeping up with Soulfist for the most part. But yeah, when they announced Lancemaster, I was already planning on maining it whenever it came out. I thought it was going to come out a lot later. It ended up being the first class they released, which I was super excited about for me. And I do feel bad for the people who wanted Destroyer, you know, Summoner, whatever else they were going to release. It does suck that people are waiting for classes. I do think they should have launched with like 3 or 4 more classes. Artists being one of them for sure, because we need another support, just for more diversity, and so we can get up to parity closer. I'm on the personal belief that they should just rush us kind of like to parity personally, give us a lot of honing changes, you know, just juice us up basically up until we get up to where Korea is to an extent, or at least close to, and then they can give us all the new classes, they can give us all the new content, the gear. I know they want to like keep the game kind of like separate from, you know, they said they wanted to make it parity, but they seem to want to keep it a little bit separate because the West kind of takes things differently from Korea. I think we're a lot more, I don't know, greedy when it comes to content and consuming it. We're not as patient because, you know, before it was T3 was too much, and then when we got to T3 and people were like, we don't have enough content, and now we are in this like content drought, quote unquote. And I'm talking about vertical content, not like horizontal stuff. Like there's plenty of random stuff to do, and that's all fine and dandy, but people who want to just like get on, play the game, and actually like, you know, fight bosses and stuff like that, they don't get a lot of that, or as much as they should, unless they play alt characters. And someone who's not an advocate for alts, you know, it's kind of like whatever. But enough of that. The patch in general, though, really good. I did like it. Like I said, this patch was more so for people who were early on rather than people who were later on, like 1400-ish. It was more so people who were like 1370 and under, I'd say. It does give a lot of materials for anyone playing, though. It doesn't matter where you are in the game. The Express Pass, as well as the Battle Pass, I guess. The Express Challenge, or whatever it's called, mission thing, basically is for any character from who hit level 50 will get a 302 level of gear, and you could basically, you just get a lot of honing assistance up until T3, basically. And it was amazing. I mean, I stacked a lot of mats for T2 thinking I would need it. I didn't think they were going to just slam this event on us. No one really thought this event was going to be good. And on top of that, this event also has a lot of different things you can get, like engravings, gold, a lot of silver. They gave me so much silver. I would have been broke by now if it wasn't for this event. Like I've received like 5 mil worth of silver, probably like 3 mil worth of silver, but there's 5 mil in total, I think, in the entire event. There might be more. I haven't like gone through and looked at every little like tab to count how much silver you get, but you get a lot. And then there's like this giant chest at the end of one of the Express Pass, the level 4. The final reward basically for completing all the tasks is this ginormous box of T3 stuff. I think there's some T2 stuff in there. I think it's mostly T3. A lot of different legendary stuff, like card stuff, and just a lot of silver. It's like 3 mil, I think, or 4 mil around there. And then you get 1,000 gold. It's just a bunch of different things you get from completing it. It's amazing. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten there yet, but I think you're actually gated. I don't think you can, up until a certain day. But yeah, I am upset they got rid of the Arkesia event and that the other event, the Illusion event, is going away. It would have been really great to just gear. And I think that right now we're kind of missing the bridge. Now we're back to that dead zone because we don't have those books anymore, except for the Illusion event for the first week. And I guess I don't know, I'm pretty sure I got a lot of the books, but I kind of ran out pretty quickly. I had like 40 of the T3 ones, I think, and I used all of them after I just hit 1370 and on my Lancemaster specifically. So I feel like now we're back in that dead zone where like new players, it's really good for new players up until 1340. I feel like that's kind of like, well, now that the event's gone, aside from like there's a lot of assistance and they get the first time claim rewards, if they don't switch mains, I think they're going to be okay getting to 1370, but I still think they should have kept the event in kind of for a while. Like I'm not going to say indefinitely, but that would have been very nice for sure, because right now we kind of just lack an easy bridge from 1340 to 1370 like we had before. I didn't really get to take advantage of the event because I wasn't planning on taking my Soul Fist once Lancemaster was announced past 1340. And I already had got my Berserker to 1340 before I switched mains. So I have switched my mains, you know, 2 different times now, from Berserker to Soul Fist and Soul Fist to Lancemaster. So now we're kind of missing that giant bridge, and it kind of sucks, but I'm sure people who are just playing one character starting up, and then they plan on taking that character fully to 1370 will be okay. But other people who want to switch or something, like, or people who were like, you know, got 1340 and they don't like their class as much, and they want to switch, aren't going to have as good of a time. So it's kind of whatever. I mean, like I said, I really hope they put another event in soon. It would have been nice to have a ginormous event for Lancemaster, aside from just getting kind of to T3. They gave us a lot of mats and materials, and the Arcs Pass was great. The Express Challenge was great, but we still kind of need something at the upper tier of content. But like I said, it's great content for anyone who's trying to just start out. Like going from T1 to T3 is going to be so easy. It's going to be really nice. You're going to feel really strong. You're going to get a lot of different materials. You're going to feel showered with the rewards. It's going to feel really nice. So at least for the newer or even casual player, it's going to be really good for them. Not a lot of horizontal content, I think, was added. I don't know. I mean, there's a new Adventurer's Tome, I guess, technically South Vern. So you can kind of go complete that if you really like that. But yeah, TLDR, like I said, pretty good patch. This wasn't really a review. It was more so just my thoughts about it. I really enjoy Lancemaster. I use the control build. I love it. Not really much to say. I mean, if you want a review of Lancemaster, it's good. I don't know. I'm not that good at it yet. I'm not good at any class, I feel like, that much. I feel like I actually did more damage as my Soul Fist at 1340. I'm not gonna lie. based on the victory screens, but I guess I'm not used to Lancemaster yet. So I definitely like the class though. It's my favorite class in the game so far. The skills feel really good. Going from like a clunky kind of weird animation berserker to the smooth synergy of Soul Fist, and then transitioning from that, not having to manage the hype meter of that class, to Lancemaster, kind of like the perfect medium. And I also get to use a blade, which is what I like. Like, you know, I feel like there's not a lot of blade love in this game. You know, you have, I guess, Paladin, and I don't really count Gun Lancer because it's a gun technically and a lance. But you know, Berserker and then Paladin is pretty much it. And then you have the assassin classes, which is, you know, 5 blades, but you know, there's no like katana or nudachi or anything. And now we have another blade in the form of a glaivier, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, like I said, class is really good. I like it. Nothing really. You can see the gameplay behind me. I'm using control build, like I said. Really cool, really fun. I really love the class. It's like reignited my passion for the game much more than just logging in and getting my stuff done. I actually want to go to the Adventurous Tome. I want to get my tokens, you know. I want to get my island hearts and all this other stuff. I actually feel like playing the horizontal content because my class is here. So I feel really bad about people who don't have their class yet, but you know, we'll get there hopefully soon. Hopefully they kind of speed it up. I don't know. I'm not a developer. I don't know how healthy it is to do that for in general. Just release a class every other week. They definitely should do that for skins though. That was definitely the one biggest disappointment with this patch was the skins. I'm glad I can use the Lawmaker skin on my Glaivier. I love that skin, which I guess is an unpopular opinion. I love the Lawmaker skin, and you can use it on your Glaivier. So, and then you also got the Sun Wukong skin with the Glaivier, which also looks really nice, but I don't have to use it. I do like it, but you couldn't dye it, so that sucks. I wish I could dye it green. It's whatever. Overall, good patch though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about the little bit of a ramble. Like I said, this wasn't really a review, just more of talking. But yeah, I really enjoyed this patch in general. I like the Lancemaster a lot, and I'm looking forward to May to see what they're going to bring. Hopefully more events as well as vaults on top of that, and more content for people who aren't quite at 1400, because it's important to not cater to like the 1%. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.